Welcome everyone. So today we have to have a talk. We're gonna have a talk about just life in general, success, achieving our goals. I feel like it's super important to have this conversation because a lot of you guys go through this and I went through it too. But as you guys can see by today's title, it is trust the process, stop hopping from one thing to another / shiny object syndrome. So, oh baby, we're gonna hit this one, okay? This one's gonna hit you guys where it hurts, all right? Because I feel like a lot of us go through this, especially if you're on your entrepreneurial journey, whatever it is, but we gotta address this topic. And the topic is stop hopping from one thing to another. So first things first, we're going to talk about what is shiny object syndrome. So shiny object syndrome, in my own definition, is whenever you were like a toddler, right? A kid, your parents or whoever gave you a toy. You were super happy with this toy. You were so excited, couldn't wait to get your hands on it. You start playing with the toy. You love the toy. This toy is everything to you. You're dedicated to this toy, right? And then, let's say the next year comes around. Let's say you go to a store or whatever the case is. Let's say you go to a store 2 months later. You see this new toy and you're like, the stars are like in your eyes and you're like, I have to get this toy. I have to get this another toy. Like, I don't even care about the toy I have now. I want this new toy because it's way cooler, it's shiny, it's just amazing. Like, this toy is gonna give me the pleasure I need, it's gonna give me what I need. And of course, when you're a kid, you're not thinking like that, but what you're thinking is just more so like, I need to get my hands on this toy, I must have it now. This toy is way better than my current toy. And then the process just continues. You start hitting some hurdles, some obstacles that you just don't know how to face, and you quit. Business just sucked, it was not for you, it wasn't right, and you start a new business. You get this new idea several months later down the road. On the road, some obstacle, something hard, whatever, it's just not as fun, it's not as enjoyable anymore. Bum, bum, bum. You quit again. You guys are following the trend here, the pattern. And some of you guys are probably actually looking at yourselves and wondering like, shit, this is literally what I do. This could be in your relationships, this could be in your business, career, whatever the case is. So that is, and it's some examples of shiny object syndrome. The fact that you're now aware that you have been doing this, let's see how we can figure out how we can stop it. So, if you have shiny object syndrome, you're hopping from one thing or person or place to another. You seem to constantly be finding this pattern that you just cannot find contentment in what you have or who you're with or where you are in life. And you continuously need to try the new thing or be with the new person or go be where everyone else is just because it's the trend, it's whatever the case is. You have shiny object syndrome. I'm going to use the example of business today for shiny object syndrome, but however, just know you can apply this to any area of your life, whether it's your relationships, your friendships, the place you're living, whatever the case is. I think one problem that we face in business with shiny object syndrome is thinking that because we know we can do it all, we think we should do it all. I had this problem as well when I was starting out my business ventures around 16, 17, 18 years old. I just knew I was multifaceted. I had many talents in different areas. I'll tell you how many dreams and desires and goals that I've had because I wanted to do it all. I wanted to be an architect. I wanted to be an interior designer. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be a director, producer, fashion. You guys, I wanted to do everything. I wanted to, and I eventually did tech, and then I wanted to do social media, and then The list goes on. And you probably can relate too, because you're probably thinking to yourself as well, I'm good at so many different things and I love to do so many different things. I just don't know how to narrow it down and actually focus on one thing. We are still very young. You have time. Have to look at it like this is a journey. Your life is a journey. Yes, you can do it all, but does that mean you should do it all at once? No. So that goes into my next point. Are you chasing 8 rabbits? There's a Chinese folklore story about the guy who ends up chasing 8 rabbits and he ends up with none. That could possibly be you too. Are you possibly trying to put your eggs in way too many different baskets? Why this does not work, in my personal opinion, some people, and I am not one to place any limiting beliefs on you or anyone, it can be a little bit more harder. Prolong the process of getting to where you want to be in each area. Choose one thing at a time. It just allows you to put your energy all into that one thing. You are someone who is trying to chase multiple destinies. You could be possibly putting 20% energy in bucket A, 15-30% energy in bucket B, and 70% in bucket C. The reason why this will prolong your success in each bucket is because you're not fully putting in 150% in each bucket. You are like maybe most average people. You can probably have an attention span worth only so much. See this with grace, not to put limiting beliefs on yourself, but choose one of those buckets. One bucket that will help you, propel you into getting bucket B and bucket C. If you ask me which of the 3 you should choose, I would tell you this. The one that you have the most energy in is what I think you should focus on, personally, in my opinion. And also that will give you the highest ROI. Can in turn place that energy back into bucket B or bucket C, or whatever the ones that you did not choose. That is what I would do if you personally ask me. Life. How boring would life be if we literally accomplished all of our dreams and goals at the age of 25? No, it's a journey. You're gonna always have new goals. You're gonna always have new rabbits to chase, but chase one at a time. That way you can actually fulfill one of those rabbits. You caught one, great. Now you can go chase the next one. I think shiny object syndrome is affecting your mental health and your business. Because if you're constantly chasing from one thing to another, to another, to another, trying to get this dopamine fix, and you're not accomplishing shit, you're eventually going to start telling yourself you're a failure. Whether you may not actually directly be telling yourself this, subconsciously, you're looking at all of these things that you're quote unquote failing at. And for the next thing, you're gonna say, oh, I really hope this one works because the last 7 things I tried did not. And you start to build somewhat of a distrust for yourself. You start to think maybe you just don't got it like that. You don't really have any confidence because you haven't really accomplished anything. But if you can actually prove to yourself and accomplish one of those buckets, imagine the type of confidence you will have going forward into your other ventures. One, you're already knowledgeable because you've achieved something. You have proven yourself to have that discipline. And not only that, you probably have some brownie points because you made certain connections because you're actually popping. You did some shit. You did some shit that a lot of people are not able to do, which is able to create something very successful. Not a lot of people can do that. So if you can do that at least once, baby, you're golden. But if you are constantly failing and then jumping to the next thing, hoping that one will work and hoping this one will work, well, I hope this one will work, you're literally just proving to yourself that you cannot make anything stick. So stop jumping around from one thing to another. Focus. Get real. If you have the idea and if there is also people before you that have shown you that they have succeeded at that, why can't you? You just can't quit. You got to get rid of this illusion that there's time, that there's a time limit Oh, if I don't achieve this thing in 1 year, 2 years, 6 months maybe, or whatever, then I'm a failure. No, you're only failing if you quit. You need to trust the process, you guys. It's not always going to be a successful day. There's going to be some days where you get rejected, where maybe you have to take a loss, or maybe the strategy that you thought was going to work did not. You have to get back up and you have to keep trying. If you truly trusted what you were doing, then time does not matter. I truly believed in my business. It doesn't matter how long it takes me to get there. I know I'm going to succeed. It may take me a year, maybe take me 3 years, 5, 10. I don't care. But at the end of that 10-year or whatever time it takes me, it'll be so worth it. The next topic, instant gratification versus delayed gratification. You need to get really comfortable, you guys, with delayed gratification. A lot of us, especially in this new world, if you're very young, you're looking at all these people on Instagram, social media, TikTok, whatever, and you're seeing all these people with massive amounts of success, and you're like, fuck, why am I not there? They're younger than me. I should be there. And you have placed on yourself a certain time limit of when you should have achieved this success. Keep thinking and fooling ourselves that our success and whatever we put our minds and bodies and souls to has to come right away. It does not have to come right away, you guys. Keep trying, you guys. You guys realize you have to fall in love with the journey versus the destination. And I'm going to tell you about something. The destination really isn't as fun as the journey. Yeah, it's great being able to come home to mom and be like, Mom, look what I did. But I'm telling you guys, I have talked to so many successful people, and they even told me like it just wasn't as great of a feeling as you think, especially the aftermath, because then you're just like, all right, well, what's next? That was it. And if you have achieved anything like substantial in your life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe it could be getting your first apartment. Yeah, that feeling is great once you get those keys and you take the little picture with, the empty apartment and stuff. But then there comes a time where there's a silence and there's just like, all right, that's it. But that's why, guys, you have to fall in love with the journey. The journey, I'm telling you, is so much better than the destination. Delayed gratification, you guys. If you know and believe in what you're working for, it does not matter when you get it. It doesn't. That's why I told you guys, if you ask me which one you should choose the one that you're most passionate about, where you're going to truly enjoy that journey. If I told you guys that your dream will come true, whatever it is that you're working for, will you actually trust that? Would you believe that? And I know it's hard whenever all you can think about is your circumstances and how greatly this success would change your life and possibly your family or the people around you that you care about. Get to work. You have to trust that what you're doing you will reap the benefits. You'll see it come into fruition. Another reason why that we keep hopping from one thing to another is because of confidence. Lack of confidence, actually. If you have complete confidence in what you are doing, nothing anyone could say could stop you. I don't care if someone tried to tell me exactly what I'm doing is freaking bullshit and that it's never going to amount to anything. I would literally just laugh in their face. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe for you. Not for me. I know what I'm doing. I have complete trust in what I'm doing. But you guys will see. But it's okay. But you guys have to have that kind of confidence that you are ready to defend what it is that you're doing to the very end. No matter what anyone says. Not even people are making fun of you. No, even if people don't even support you, you have to have that complete, true confidence because it's you who's the one who is going to be driving that vehicle to get you from point A to point B. No one else is driving the vehicle but you. And if you don't even believe in where you're going, then you're never going to get there. That's it, really. Another point and why you probably keep hopping from one thing to another is that you don't have daily habits. You need to create a system and actually stick to it, you guys. If you don't have a system, no wonder you're not reaching your goals. You need to create metrics for yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Okay, Monday to Wednesday, I'm gonna make 50 calls every day. Thursday to Sunday, I'm gonna be creating content and prepping for the next week. Whatever the case this may look for you, you need to create a system, create metrics, and actually hit those goals, you guys. Systems do not fail. You do. If you create a system and stick to it, you will get to your goals. You will achieve whatever it is that you're wanting. But if you don't even have a system, you don't have any daily metrics, then yeah, it's gonna be really hard for you to get to where you wanna go. Another thing that you guys gotta stop doing is stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself saying that you're gonna do it tomorrow, you're gonna do it next week, you're gonna do it, and you don't do it. Do what it is that you say you're going to do and actually do it. You guys keep breaking promises to yourselves, and whenever things get hard and when things get rough, you go jump to the next ship. It does not work like that. Because guess what? Then you're gonna constantly be jumping to the next ship, looking for what's better, what's easier. You guys, no business is easy. There may be some that might be a little bit easier, but it's still gonna be taking work. You're still gonna face obstacles. Stop looking for just the easy way out. What are you really passionate about? And what is going to get you a good ROI that will set you up for your next ventures or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish next? Focus on that, you guys. You want to become unstoppable? Keep your promises to yourself. Do what it is that you say you're going to do. And that is how you're going to build confidence and believe in yourself and actually achieve the things that you want to achieve. So that is all I have for you guys today. If you have any other tips, you guys can write them down below. This is also on a podcast, so thanks for watching and tuning in to the Her Project. I will see you guys next time.